Hello, everybody. Sorry, I just noticed I was muted at the start of this. What a cursed intro. It's Monster Train, baby. Lots of final boss deaths lately. Let's try to work that out. We're gonna start random, of course. Random. Hello, Ruka. Hellhorn melting. Very interesting. Can we get a little blessing, Ruka? Can we get a little... Oh, look at this boy, dude. Oh, the big boy. The big boy who's scared of his own shadow. There you go. There you go. So we start with Ritual of Battle, which gives you incredible rage. I don't know if it's bad because sap can counteract rage, or if it's good because rage can counteract sap. That's a little interesting. But rage 6 plus a unit that has multi-strike by default is pretty sick. Alright. I'm just trying to figure out my ergo setup here. Alright, you lucky sons of guns. We're going to do a Snecko eye run. Can I tell you, one of the reasons I kind of don't like... And I do like Wrathful here, I think, the most. One of the reasons I kind of don't like taking the version of Snecko Eye, which is Volatile Gauge, is because it feels like if you win, it's kind of... I don't want to call it a cheap win from anybody else's standpoints, but for you, you're like, maybe I just got ideal draw, you know? But I'm willing to give it a shot here. Let's see what we got here. A lot of cards that are way too expensive. No thank you. I think we're going to build up on the top floor. And as of right now, we don't have the means to really do anything. I don't know, I almost feel like we'll just give you Rage 6. These guys are going to do, like, no damage when they get to the top, and I'm okay with that. This is a little bit better. Okay, so hear me out here. We'll make sure you die. We'd rather kill you for 0, though. Don't be a fool. We could give you more Rage... But we also want to ensure that, if possible, we could kill more enemies. I don't know if that's possible, though. Might just accept that you guys are going to get to the pyre and not do very much damage. And instead, we'll just try to... And we're going to put him at the back so he can do more damage without being hit. You know, why not? We'll try to just get our champion as strong as possible so that they will body the boss almost assuredly. So up here, I don't mind summoning a draft, which will take some heat off of us. It's not going to do any extra damage, but that's okay. And then, you know, on the bottom floor, we could go like Train Steward, Dreg. Like, is there any... I could get you slightly closer to death, but not really. I don't know. It doesn't really matter in the whole scheme of things, I think. These guys are going to do 1 damage each to the pyre. Quite literally, like, not a big deal at all. And then we do, like, 5555. 5555. Hear me out. Hear me out here. 1 draft. 1 draft. You know he's going to die, but at least we're going to punch through a little bit here. We're not getting too far. I'll be the first to tell you. We're not getting too far on this one. But our champion... is gonna be nearly unbeatable. It's just a very weird start. And we'll just continue to basically make you unbelievable. We'll get rid of this for 0. We are 100%, I mean, you don't even need me to tell you this, we're 100% at the mercy of our draw. If everything we draw costs 3, we're gonna have a bad time. However, nothing on this floor will stop us at all. So let's send it. So far, so good. We took 7 pyre damage. Not a big deal. And we need units. I learned we gotta get units early. Now, that being said, I do think that Hornbreak has a really good place in this deck. Even though the Rage Imp could be useful as well, I for sure think Molded is your play so you can bring back those multi-strike drafts. And honestly, like... Well, I mean... Deranged Brute is really great, but I feel like Consumer of Crowns is kind of... If I'm reading the card properly, or the gauge properly, it's a 10 cost card that's cost is actually going to be randomized between 0 and 3. That's pretty good. Minimum, we're getting 70% off. Now I'm trying to think about what I think we like Alpha Fiend more than anything else, but it's kind of close. A large stone. Basically, if we play a large stone on something, we're giving it its own floor. So, you know, do we feel like Consumer of Crowns can manage his own floor? Yeah, I feel like he can manage his own floor as a 115, 105. That seems acceptable. Then I think upgrading your drafts is really strong because they're multi-strike units. They'll also do really well with rage. I would love to get another deranged brute. That much, it's just science, sweetheart. There we go, that's where I should be. But this seems like a really pretty good start for the kind of relics we began with here. So we did get Consumer of Crowns right out the bat. We are going to put him up at the top. And he's not going to do anything. Like, we're still going to take some serious heat here, but that's okay. So you're doing 2-5. On Revenge, we get Rage 1. We're only doing 15 damage. I think we put a Train Steward down in front just to eat 2 shots. And then we get the Hornbreaker Prince down anyway. He's not going to get the Revenge, but just doing some damage is good. And the Train Steward is not going to live forever. In fact, he's not going to live for very long. So nothing has died yet. Hold on. You got to go. I hate to spend on it, but it is what it is. All right, so who occupies the other floors? You got to get up here. I think you're the leader on this floor for now. And then we'll put a Train Steward in front of you, so we're blocking as well. Then we just got to think, because we could do... I mean, honestly, this is pretty sick. You're already... Why are you dying before you land a shot? Oh, because you burn out due to daze. Dude, that's horrible. Okay, well, in that case, disregard me. Rage 6 will have you do 27 damage. Rage 6 will have you do 22 damage. I think this will allow you to get a kill, which is worth something to me. Yeah, let's do it like this then. Clearly, I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's, I'm just trying to think about how to handle this one. Let's minimize... Oh, you're going to do 1 damage to the Pirate. Nobody cares. Let's kill you then. Molded doesn't do anything yet. It's going to take us a little while to figure out how to roll this run without taking Pyre damage. But, I mean, the Trial also slows us way down on this one, so I'm not sweating it. Alright, so you're not dying, dude. Could you just, like, rethink that, please? You're dying. You're not going to do any damage. You're not... Okay, you're fine. So something in front of you to take some hits seems most appropriate. The Imp is kind of useless, is maybe the polite word. Right now. That could change. I think it's a rare Imp. Now, I don't expect this floor to do too much for us. We are doing 19 damage. We are doing 56 damage. And you have spikes. The spikes we can't really get around. There's your problem right there. So I do think we actually do a lot better by just putting the Rage on our Consumer of Crowns. Not that it's likely to matter too much. Might as well get you taken out here. I mean, you're taking 61, which is pretty good. I think all things considered in this situation, we shouldn't be too upset about this. I don't know if you're going to do it. I was going to say, you're going to get pretty close. And we could put something in front of you. I can't believe that doesn't get you. Or even change things at all. Well, that's our turn. Oh, it got him. Wait, what the heck happened? I forgot how to do arithmetic temporarily, but look at that. Look at that. Okay, Pyre has seen better days. I don't think we need any other targeted or AoE damage spells. Like, our zero-cost torches are doing great for us. Depends whether we're going for, like, a rage build, because the Welder Helper is a little bit more useful. Basically, the way I see it is you play the Welder Helper on the back line. I know that sounds busted. But then it gives armor to your champion so you can hit more revenge triggers, which gives him rage and much more damage, so we can hit his slay triggers. And then we can always torch our own Welder Helper to bring him back with Molded. Yeah. I actually think Wicklash works pretty well in this deck as well. We can finally maybe keep our drafts alive in some situations. We draw so much every turn that I'm not sweating this right now. I'm gonna bet on being completely okay here. We can make this happen. No, we can't. We have our 3 floors are kind of spoken for the time being. We didn't need the unit, I think. Purge a unit, get an upgraded version later. I don't really want a train steward later, so why don't you go ahead? I like what we got here. Why don't you go ahead and take a single torch and get out of my face? You big disgrace. Waving your feathers all over the place. So we're looking for... double stack would work. Remove consume and cost more. That's not what you want to see. So I think maybe, though it will rub some people the wrong way, I think maybe you go for the double train steward remove, because we already have great units in play here. Making something cheaper doesn't really matter at all, right? So... how much? It's cost 60 to reroll. We might as well make Hornbreak better. Like, Hornbreak is a strictly better torch to begin with. We might as well lean into the side that we're going with. They deal 1 damage to the front unit on death. Everything is pretty tanky, except our champion is a little wonky. Consumer of Crowns costs 1. I'm still trying to figure out whether he's better at the bottom or the top, but this is an unbelievable draw. So you guys do 1 damage on death. But on Slay we get armor, so... Ah! That makes... Now that I look at it, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Alright, that's more what we're looking for. Okay. I think we will put the Consumer of Crowns at the top. And I think we'll just... Doesn't really make sense to give the champion rage necessarily. Although it will make it easier for him to get slays in the future. And then with our remaining energy, I actually think we'll just pierce this so he doesn't take the 10 damage. Alright. So you, for sure, have got to go. We did consume? Oh, not consume, just gone for now. Now, if only I could get you to live longer. Man, oh man, would that be a great trick. Ideally, I would like to not take so much damage here. But I'm also like, man, if I could just slay you. I'm not gonna say that you become unkillable, but you do become very tough to kill. Okay, so we do have a molded play here, but first, like, Torch for 0 has been doing so much good work for us. I'm almost like... I'm afraid to say it because it's been so good. So let's do that. And then honestly, just crank on this one so you can bring it back with molded in the future. Oh my god. Or even right now is even better. And now it's got burnout, so you don't even have to kill it. And there's 15 armor for you right there. Who says no? And we might as well put a draft down here. They're only going to last for 1 turn, but they're going to soften the blow as things move up. It took us three fights to figure out what we were doing here. But I think we got something very, very interesting going on. Oh my god. You're getting destroyed. So your 0 cost cards are things that you look for in a lot of situations here, obviously. Like, just you being here is 2 more kills. You don't need the rage. Who needs the rage? You don't really need the rage either, quite frankly. We actually, you know what? You living would be pretty sweet. Even though you don't kill any more enemies, you're still going to be useful. Maybe I think I had this totally wrong. I think you should become unbelievably strong. And then our 2nd and 3rd floors won't even be relevant, I think. I don't think we have any need for them. I'll tell you. I mean, you're going. We're going to Wicklash you for 0. Oh, my lord. You're in for just a nightmarish time. You're going nowhere. So, what happened? I thought that this card here was this card here. You can see, obviously they're different, but the muscle memory, there's a curve, it's a horn that curves upwards. That's my mistake. I thought I was applying Rage 6. What I actually did was kill my unit. My mistake. Not a great move. Definitely the kind of move you would look at and be like, hey, why'd you do that? Believe it or not, I think we bring back Welder Helper here. It put another 150 damage on the table. Let's... So we get hit, we get Rage. I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, does a Train Steward at the front do more good or bad? I think they do more good. Yeah, another 60 damage. And you know what? Let's just give you some Rage and see how you... This is the right card, right? Actually, I think maybe we give you some Rage and see how you do. It gets us very close. The Alpha Fiend is going to finish the job. So, in spite of that misplay, we really were in no danger whatsoever here. Which is a really good sign for where we're headed with this deck, I think. I mean, for sure, it's not even close. We want multi-strike, because it's going to be between 0 and 3 cost anyway. I really don't see a world in which you don't take a second Consumer of Crowns and then go capacity. It's really good. We might want to consider getting some cards that move things around. And I think we'll take the free relic here. Because, like, having 2 Consumer of Crowns on the same floor, which we can't do right now without messing with capacity, would be interesting, but, units getting another upgrade slot seems more useful. But I have come to respect the Pyre one. But the units getting an extra one is so good, so that big Consumer of Crowns maybe can get a built-in multi-strike. Slay, gain 15 armor, Revenge, gain 2 rage, or you start with armor 10 and you also get multi-strike 1. I actually think we prefer this now, because anytime we have rage enablers, multi-strike is going to make them a really juicy target. Enemies will appear on each floor. I still think we can do it, but it's a little spicy. And if we fight the stealth unit, it might get touchy. I'm starting to rethink some of our positioning here. Did I not turn it on? What's wrong with me today? I didn't turn it on. Okay. My mistake. I'm losing it, dude. So, I mean, it's really tough to not just go, hey, Consumer of Crowns with multi-strike, and then, like, let's see what makes it past. I don't think it's going to be too much. I don't think too much is going to sneak by you. I don't really know. I guess you could put a Hornbreaker Prince up at the front. He's not really a tank, but he's kind of tank-esque. He's meant to be hit, which I guess makes him a tank, even if his HP is on the lower side. And then you might as well go behind here. And we really are like... We got nothing at all to concern ourselves with. Like this guy, if he takes a little damage every turn, like nobody actually cares. We can even put a Train Steward in front of him just to keep him a little busy for now. The Train Stewards just exist to eat shots now and then. It's not a problem to have them end up in a situation like this. So I still like this play right here, believe it or not. And I think it is good to give you rage. You're only going to get stronger. And I do want to torch you, but we can't really torch you right now. So I think we'll just stall. Fair to say, by the way, we probably could have pretty easily made it through the trial. But that's okay. Nobody's making it up here. Let's be realistic. You're not getting a Slay trigger, which is offensive to me. So let's change that so you are. And I still don't really even want to play like a... I don't know. Maybe we do like playing a Dreg so it eats a hit off of our Consumer. Not that it really matters. Because this is, like, already comically good. But yeah, sure. Bring back the Welder Helper. It doesn't really matter you put the armor on, but I think it does go a little further on the champion, maybe. And then you don't even need to toast him, because he's going to get toasted by Burnout. Now, how you doing here? You're dead. We're taking 28 damage. Are you kidding me? You're taking 21 damage. Are you kidding me? He's taking 14 damage. Are you insane? He's taken 7 damage. Have you lost your mind? Anyway, you see how it's going. I think we stumbled upon what I would describe as a pretty broken combination, but it's a heck of a fun run, don't get me wrong. I think we definitely do like the expensive card that applies more survivability. You know, maybe this is a good time to finally try out Subsuming Blade and see how stacked we can get it. No, we don't want your garbage. Go ahead and hold on to this torch for now. I do wish we turned on the trial, but it is what it is. So I have to see. The multi-strike card consumes. Removing the consume will be real good, dude. Even I'm foregoing a free relic for it. Do we want our units to not be healed? We don't really heal our units at all. I think this is totally fine. And the extra 10 health, it really helps out our champion and maybe our alpha fiend. Not that they were necessary at all in our previous fight. Okay, so like a holdover is really good. And oh my god, what about a holdover Subsuming Blade? You know, the run is just funky enough that I'm like, why not? Why not? And then we don't want to make anything consume. We'd rather re-roll, remove consume on the tome, and it literally does not matter. And then purge some train stewards. My god. This is like... Well, hold on. Can we get plus 10 magic power on this? 15 damage. Okay, so we're going to start it like 10 damage up. Making something cheaper is completely irrelevant. I can't believe we got our exact wish list there. Spikes 4. You are a relentless sweep with lifesteal 10. I totally think we can do it. I totally think we can do it. I don't know why I'm shaking my head while I say that, but... Okay, so I'm just studying it. You know how dogs is and all that. We don't have our large stone consumer of crowns, but that is also, like, completely okay. Oh, we don't have enough energy for that. Also completely okay for the record. So you're gonna do 2-2-2-2. It's armor 10. Feel like we can put our champion down here. And it's really like a situation that's good for everybody involved. I don't know, maybe I don't mind that the Impish Scholar would just take a hit for us. I think I mind. I think I mind. Because we do have some consume cards, right? Somewhere on the line here. You're kidding me. I'm not gonna be able to kill you. I got nothing that could kill you. Well, we know this guy's going up here. Multi-strike units getting rage tends to be the best option, I think. This all seems very sensible to me right now. Because he's gonna get double slay triggers every turn. And a train steward putting up a blocker for our alpha fiend is acceptable. The alpha fiend is really our probable target for healing. Because... Well, not healing, but armor. Because we really don't have any other means to keep that unit alive. I'll tell you, we can dump these drafts, dude. They're not doing really anything for us anymore. You can go. Look, you're dying. You haven't even seen what we're capable of on this floor. But I'll tell you, you're gonna die to spikes no matter what. But let's get you out here with one of these. Might as well. And again, similar situation here. Might as well do as much damage as possible. Okay, this is not what you want Subsuming Blade to cost. However, it scales permanently, so we definitely want to get a kill with it. It makes everything better for us in the future. Deal 5 damage and apply armor 20. You know, in this case, because he's burning out in 2 turns anyway, I feel like you might be better off having this on Consumer of Crowns, who at present has no means with which to get more armor or HP, whereas our champion gets roughly 20 armor per turn for free right now. So I know that this card is too expensive right now, but I still think let's use it just to get a trigger. What's consumed? Nothing. Basically, this is going to be a pure Hellhorn run. We have no interest whatsoever in any of our melting cards, and they could pretty much be removed by default. And you're already dead, so let's just make sure we're using this effectively. And, I mean, sure, enjoy some multi-strike. Wow, I was just gonna say, we're gonna kill it before its lifesteal even wears off. Very good stuff. Gain 5 energy when a tomb unit dies. As we have no tomb units, I really bizarrely think the gold is better. I really don't think we need any of these either. I think this is we want to tighten up our deck as much as, or our deck as much as possible. I think we want to remove like every melting card from this deck. I still don't want your torch. I'll take it, but I don't really want it. But probably, I was just going to say, unit upgrades are probably a little bit more prudent right now. And for removal, we do want our train steward to go. But I'm telling you, sincerely, we also want... I mean, the drafts are almost useful. The dregs are garbage right now. Another large stone. I think we can large stone our other consumer of crowns. I mean, if we wanted to, that's comical. I think we can large stone our other consumer of crowns. We haven't run into capacity problems at all, really. And we need our Alpha Fiend to be slightly tankier. But again, like, our Alpha Fiend is essentially irrelevant. Like, they have no purpose. Normally, they're a really interesting part of your deck, but when you can play some 10-cost units for 0, that kind of falls by the wayside a little bit. Okay, so I definitely still think like a Consumer of Crowns does very well at the bottom. And I think Subsuming Dagger, take out you so you don't make our deck full of garbage. And then Hornbreaker Prince, don't think it really matters where you put him down, but we'll give him that sick rage upgrade. And you're already getting a kill. So do 9 damage. We might as well stop you from making it up a floor. This is a pretty good situation. Again, we could kill a statue, but we'd rather our champion got the Slay trigger. We do want a champion at the top. But we can wait, because I really think making Subsuming Blade better over time is going to be our play. And then Alpha Fiend at the back. And the dregs will burn out before they can do anything. There's no real reason not to play a draft. The dreg, there is a reason not to play it. We might prefer it later, or if we have like a Wicklash in hand or something. So your Pyre takes 5 damage. I'm choosing not to care about that, so we can instead just get Subsuming Blade to get as strong as possible. This will restore 5 damage to our Pyre as well, so you're crushing it. Don't sweat that at all. Just want you to keep getting stronger. This is a perfect situation. I just hate that this costs 2 every time. But now we got this set up. We want Consumer of Crowns. We want this Consumer of Crowns to have multi-strike, which makes him immortal, more or less. We want you to not add more garbage to our deck, and this card just keeps getting stronger and stronger. And then in terms of more rage, it doesn't really matter where we put it, but the champion, I kind of like the champion having more rage, because they scale off of Slay triggers. I'm torn, though. It's just a bad draw. I think it's going to serve us very well to do that. We have our torch, so Pyre health is not a concern. Our Pyre heals after every battle. So I'm really, really not sweating this at all. This is already doing 39 damage. You're getting stronger. Yeah, give you some armor. I don't mind. Man, I mean... all things considered, we did kill one of our most valuable units on this run once by accident, and yet still the run looks like it's just like a cakewalk. And if you'll forgive me for saying it, I think it's just getting easier. So yeah, we'll take 10 Pyre damage here. That's quite massive. But at the same time, you're dead, dude. You died to one of my minions. The rest of my floors were completely inconsequential. Even when the final boss saps me, I really don't see that being a big problem. I also don't see any of this as being relevant at all, unless we were exclusively trying to get gold cards. This time, I think we can actually do energy here, even though it's not really mission critical. I think we're loving life, dude. You know, I love the multi-strike because it scales. Like, you can play it over and over on the same unit. And actually, it makes the unit disproportionately better. It's not like diminishing returns. It's like, you know, I mean, I guess it doesn't double every time, but you get what I mean. Like, if you apply rage, it applies rage 3 times or 4 times or 20 times instead of just applying it once. I have to take one of these, huh? I actually think I will just take the relic because I don't want cards right now. Just don't want them. And then in terms of duplication, I really think the faster... I mean, this... We don't want to make 2 of these. If we do, we want to do it later, I think. But applying multi-strike faster is just going to be ridiculous. So better Slay triggers or a better... Honestly, because we have so much rage in our deck, we take the better start. This is going to be like... It's going to be a 35-minute episode, win, lose, or draw. You guys with Spell Shield. So, might sound counterintuitive, or like we lack confidence. I'm not going to put Spell Shield on them, because I want to make sure my dagger triggers as much as possible. That's a good start. So we have Consumers of Crowns. Just trying to think about how we want to do this. We got Consumer of Crowns. Hello. He's got multi-strike. Hello again. We're going to put you guys up on this floor as if it matters, and not play anything else. Pretty good start. We can kill a real enemy with this, so let's do that. Then we can kill you with this. The gold is still worth something. Honestly, I like our consumer having the extra armor this time. But we can put more armor on our champion as well, and then I can't kill you. Congratulations. It's going to be hard to... You know what? I can kill you with the Subsuming Blade next time. Is our champion going to get you? I don't know if our champion's going to get you, so I am going to play you, actually. Okay, so Subsuming Blade does 51 damage. That's good stuff. What do? You had a self-mutilation. Okay, well, we're going to start here. Now you're all dead, so let's not worry about that. Instead, we are going to kill our own imp, so we can bring it back later. Not that there's too much... Wait a minute. Yeah, I was going to say, that made it so you lived. That's okay. Okay, Subsuming Blade is now doing 54. We're still going to use it, obviously. Molded is still good, dude. And I love it, even though this was way too heavy a cost to play, but or to pay. But it burns out in 1 turn, so it gets hit by Molded again in the future. Nothing is making it out of this floor. Nothing's making it out of the floor. Like, I'm being sincere to the extreme. The boss is not making it out of the floor. It's over. This run is already over. Our Pyre's even healing itself like crazy. So I don't know. I'm like, can I summon a unit just to watch it die? I don't have the capacity for. I don't have the energy for it. Oh well. It's not like we were gonna one-hit you. Yeah, you're dead, and we're taking 33 damage. I mean, come on. I still don't really think Inflame does enough to justify adding it. Stealth is always going to be amazing. Like this, it just allows you to body the boss even harder. So that, I can add, and I know that's moving us up. But this is like, this is immense. I do think we do better with spell upgrades now. Should see what we got. So remove consume, can't be done. Maybe we don't do better with spells then. As far as relics go, conserve energy between turns. When you play a unit, a random card in your hand is reduced to 0. We can make that happen. We can make that happen. We still have no, we have no train stewards. I'm telling you, dude, these dregs, No reason to exist in our deck. No, that's dumb. 25 damage on that is okay. We can reroll him by something. Sure, I don't mind a torch consuming. This may be the strongest deck plus relic combination we've ever had. We hit the breaking point. Friendly units enter with sap 3. Oh no. I would hate if this went terribly wrong at this point. I would... It's what I deserve. Okay. So we know what we want. This guy's making it. Look, we can't really stop him at this point. So we love a consumer of crowns at the bottom. We also love when he gets multi-strike. Which will not kill you, which is truly stunning, I want to add, but that's okay. We love a consumer of crowns at the top. He's not doing anything this turn, but that'll change. You're doing great, sweetheart. Keep it up. We're going to give you some armor because you are taking quite a hit. And we're going to engulf you in smoke, so now you're taking no damage. And you are sapped. Like, you're sapped to the extreme. That's not great. You're still engulfed in smoke. Okay, so we know we love Alpha Fiend up here. You guys are getting body, which is great news, but we would prefer to not take 24 damage in the process. And then 2 damage. I think this is a great situation to play Welder Helper, and then just watch Welder Helper get bodied. We don't really care if the draft gets bodied. Oh, dude, I almost forgot about the multi-strike. That would have been devastating. And by devastating, I mean, like, wouldn't have slowed us down at all, but would have been really, like, demonstrably the wrong play. So you guys are doing a lot of damage. I think it makes the most sense to stop one of you. And then, if possible, we really wouldn't mind you absorbing a couple of the hits. That's pretty much your reason to exist right here, is to just stop a couple of these hits, or all of them is also good enough. I will consider this a failure if any units make the top floor. It'll be like, it didn't have to be like that. Still like this. 2 damage, 2 damage. Okay, doesn't really matter. We're not going to play the other one because it does better as a pyre healer. We're 0% in danger. Just in case you're wondering and you're like, oh, is he scared? No. Everything is going insanely right. Pretty much, it couldn't get much better. I will say, maybe given our champion enough rage to start doing some stuff. That matters. That moves the needle. We could have applied multi-strike. Yeah, oh, but wait, you don't want your enemy, you don't want your unit to get an extra 100 damage per turn. Are you insane? It's not worth it. Are you like at maximum rage? Like you're not getting any stronger? Nope, you're definitely still getting stronger. And we're not taking hits. Let's not worry about it then. This is a really weird one. I still think the stealth serves you well, but only playing 2 cards is unusual. We gotta be on the final wave. It's the only thing that makes scientific sense. You're already dead. You're already dead. Go home. You lose. Good day, sir. We melted it in like 3 turns. That was by far the most overpowered run I've ever had. We will not make a habit of getting used to that. That one was way above and beyond the standard expectation for a run's ease. And in under 40 minutes, we have come in with, again, I can't stress enough, the easiest dub of all time. Minor bosses have increased HP. We got some golden cards. We dealt more damage than we've ever dealt before. And we move up. We're keeping pace up here. There's 3 different bundles of people. The card game Elite has played a lot, and then, you know, people were like, it's a fun game. I'm not insulting the group down here. Don't get me wrong. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button, especially if you watched all 40 minutes and 8 seconds. It helps out a great deal. I appreciate it. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. See ya.